Hey y'all, it's my 4th week on Wegovy and I'm going to show you what I ate this week to lose some weight. First, I'm going to get some food prep done to make it easier to throw together some of my meals during the week, and then I'll show you some recipes. This week I made chicken cheddar corn chowder with bacon, zucchini fritters, Cobb salad with ranch dressing, and chicken fajita pasta. If you're interested in a detailed calorie and macro breakdown on everything I ate this week, I'll leave a link in the description to my FitnessPal profile where you can view my food diary, or feel free to check out my Instagram for the details on just the meals I'm cooking today. I post cooking and weight loss videos every week, so if any of these recipes sound good to you, be sure to give the video a like and hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss any of my content. I hope you enjoy the video. Let's get cooking. Good morning, everybody. Just doing a little bit of food prep this morning. Food prep this week is super simple. I just need to hard boil a couple of eggs and make some ranch dressing for my Cobb salads. Short and sweet this week. Let's get to it. All right, y'all, just getting ready to make the ranch for my Cobb salads. We're gonna need some fat-free half and half. Recipe calls for buttermilk. I don't have any, not especially a huge fan, and I needed to use it, so that's what we're gonna use. We're going to need some basil, parsley, onion powder, garlic powder, some green onion, some kosher salt, Duke's mayo. If you don't live in the South and you can't get Duke's, I'm sorry. And some fresh cracked black pepper. Words are hard, guys. Let's do this. So this recipe really couldn't be any easier. It's pretty much just dump all the ingredients in a bowl. I will say that because I used the fat-free half and half instead of buttermilk, mine was quite a bit runnier than it should be, but I didn't mind that at all. Also, I used full-fat mayonnaise instead of the low-fat because I just don't like the flavor of low-fat, but you could definitely save on some calories there. Also, make sure when you're adding the liquid to the mayonnaise, just do it a little bit at a time, and that'll help keep the lumps out of the dressing. When I begin to get myself together again, you are back once more like everything's the same. I tried to build my walls up, but you're taking them down. It's tearing me apart, I can't pretend. Now I have to get over you again. You said it was the last time, but you keep coming back to show me. Sorry you have changed now, but it's the same old story. Our love just went cold, but I'm still burning. Our love just went cold. Why? Alright guys, getting ready to make these zucchini fritters. And we're just going to need some salt and pepper, a couple tablespoons of butter just to cook them in, zucchini, eggs, Parmesan cheese, and some Bisquick. This is a nostalgic recipe for me. My family used to make these on camping trips, so I haven't had them in years, and my mom said that she couldn't find her recipe, but she remembered it was from the back of a Bisquick box. So we're going to hope that this is what I remember from my childhood. So I know it sounds really weird as a breakfast food. We used to eat them with corn syrup when I was a kid. We're not going to do that. We're going to do maple syrup, and we're going to do measured amounts of maple syrup. So I hope you enjoy this one. I keep on making the same mistake. So like I said, these definitely aren't the zucchini fritters that I remember from my childhood. These are a lot more savory with all that Parmesan cheese in them. The ones I had from when I was a kid were more like a pancake, but with zucchini in it, so they were sweeter. So if anybody's ever had them, or if you know what I'm talking about, please let me know down in the comments, because I would love to find a recipe that was more like what I had as a kid. Have to get over you again. mistake. I always let you back in. When I begin to get myself together again, you are back once more like everything's the same. I tried to build my walls up, but you're taking them down. It's tearing me apart, I can't pretend. Now I have to get over you again.
Now the recipe for this actually called for 2 tablespoons of butter. All I did was just take the stick of butter and rub it really quickly over the surface of the griddle, and the only thing the butter was for was just to cook the cakes in. So I didn't even use probably half of what the recipe called for, and they were, I mean, honestly, in my opinion, almost a little bit greasy. So I definitely wouldn't use the full tablespoons of butter, but if you want to, you do you.
The sun is always shining bright. People are smiling, making plans, hiding behind their shades, and you're doing the same. No rain, no flowers, nothing's growing where your heart is fire. But baby, I bet you're cold without me, even when it's 90 degrees. Without me, I bet that you can get any sleep in that bed, lying awake.
So pretty. Now we'll just wait for those to cool, and I'll stick them in the fridge, and I'll just need to take them out 2 at a time to reheat for breakfast. I apologize in advance for the noise in the background. They're doing renovations on the apartment next to mine. So we're getting ready to start this cheddar corn chowder with bacon. We have some fat-free half and half. Recipe calls for milk, but this is what I had and I need to use it, so we're using it. I also add chicken to mine. The recipe does not call for it, but we like meat. Some flour, some corn, extra sharp white cheddar, a couple potatoes, 2 onions, some garlic. Recipe calls for 2 cloves of garlic, but these were really, really small, so we're doing more. Some cauliflower. I know what you're saying. Corn chowder. Why is there cauliflower? It is a thickener for the soup, and it is amazing. You cannot taste it. My husband refuses to eat vegetables, loves this soup, has no idea it's in there. Incidentally, oh my gosh. Incidentally, this may be the last time he eats it, because if he watches this video, he's gonna know. Chicken broth, salt, pepper, thyme, turmeric, and some center cut bacon. Let's get it.
I bet you're cold. You're so damn cold. It never rains in California. The sun is always shining bright. But if the sky would open up, you're staying home, you don't get out. You always used to love the rain, but LA changed you. No rain, no flowers, nothing's growing where your heart is fire. But baby, I bet you're cold without me, even when it's 90 degrees. Without me, I bet that you can get it.
So I deviate a little bit in terms of how I prepare this. The recipe tells you to, do the onions and the garlic in there, and to add the broth and the potatoes and the cauliflower all together. Now, I like to add the cauliflower and the chicken and let that cook completely first. I take that out so that I'm able to blend everything and make it really smooth, and I don't have any pieces of cauliflower that don't get blended, because I don't want the potato to be blended. I want the potato to stay in chunks. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish putting this together. I do also add a little bit of corn to the mix while it's cooking, so that can get blended in. It tells you to just add it into the blender and not bother cooking it, but I feel like you get more corn flavor if you let it cook in with the soup for a little bit. So I'm just gonna keep on trucking along. You're welcome to follow my way. You're welcome to follow her way. Either way, it's gonna be delicious. Show you what's going on in here. We're just letting this bacon get crispy, and then we're gonna take it out before we throw in the onions and the garlic. She has you using it for garnish. I still throw it back in, but I just don't want blended bacon.
I feel like I've been here before, familiar with the view. This ain't nothing new. And every time that you walk through the door, I'm hit by the same old tide, blinded by the lights, and I'm going through changes.
And that will start releasing liquid, so it'll help to deglaze the bottom of that pan, which will be delicious. Now again, the recipe only calls for 12 ounces of cauliflower. I put a whole head up in this mug. This looks like here. Got a very dark pond on the bottom of this pan, but I'm hoping I'm going to be able to just deglaze that and it'll be okay. I don't think it's burnt. The bottom of this pan was really dark, but it was not burnt. So you just want to add the broth a little bit at a time and scrape it with a wooden spoon really good and just get it all up into the broth, and it's amazing flavor. High pressure. Recipe calls for 10 minutes, but because I'm doing chicken in there, I'm gonna do 20 minutes. When it's done, I'm gonna go ahead and quick release, and then I will bring you back while I blend it. All right, let's cut these taters. So basically, I'm just looking for like a cutesy little dice, just for it to be a nice little bite. Probably cut this plank too wide, but those little pieces like that, that's all I want. You can do big, you can do smaller, you can do whatever the heck you want, because you are the master of your universe.
I know you haven't noticed. You know that I
All right, y'all. So I released the Kraken.
know how it feels when time goes slow, and I won't let it rush when I see you dance, and the moment comes when I fall and time goes slow. I fall in.
I need you to see how deep the color of this broth is. Isn't that beautiful?
I fall into you. I wish I could show you more, 'cause baby you deserve some more, but still you're here and that's what I adore. Should've told you straight away.
I'm gonna put the lid back on this, and I'm gonna let it go for another 10 minutes.
Noticed. You know.
Show you how smooth it is, and it has none of that. You know how cauliflower can have that kind of farty flavor or smell. None of that. So I'm gonna let this finish cooking those potatoes for the last 5 minutes, and then I will meet you back.
And the moment comes when I fall and time goes slow. I fall into you. I fall into you. I fall into you.
You know those people that has to like get every last drop, even though you know it's not gonna make that much of a difference. OCD. It's a struggle. The struggle is real. Is I'm gonna pour my 8 ounces of half and half in here. And I'm gonna blend this to try and clear some of that, get some more of that puree off of the sides of the blender cup. And you can see that hardly did anything. Awesome. Yay.
I wanna get closer.
Leave it alone, Mindy. Okay, I'm leaving it.
Yeah, we could go back to my place. 'Cause I don't wanna waste no precious time. So let's go back to my place. If it's only for tonight, let's make it count. I love it, how your touch feels. I love it, how you look at me in my place. No, I don't wanna waste no precious time.
Perfect. All right, so all I'm gonna do is shred up this chicken, throw it in there, and then this is just gonna sit on warm until my husband gets home and we gonna eat. Make this recipe, y'all. It's amazing. All right, just getting ready to put together my Cobb salad for today. I'm gonna need 1 slice of cooked center cut bacon, 2.5 ounces of grape tomatoes. This was 14 grams of blue cheese, half an avocado, 1 hard-boiled egg, 2 ounces of meat of choice. I did turkey, the ranch dressing we prepped yesterday, and 2 cups of lettuce. Let's do this.
Was the last drink, but I don't wanna leave. I wanna get closer. Don't want this night to be over. Wanna get closer. It's not over. Yeah, we could go back to my place. 'Cause I don't wanna waste no precious time. So let's go back to my place. If it's only for tonight, let's make it count. I love it, how your touch feels. I love it, how you look at me in my place. No, I don't wanna waste no precious time. Don't waste no precious time. Go back to my place. Don't waste no precious time. Go back to my place. Don't waste no precious time. Go back to my place. Don't waste no precious time. Go back to my place. I wanna get closer. Don't want this night to be over. Wanna get closer. It's not over. Yeah, we could go back to my place. 'Cause I don't wanna waste no precious time. So let's go back to my place. If it's only for tonight, let's make it count. I love it, how you touch.
Okay, so we're getting ready to make the chicken fajita pasta. I have some fat-free half and half, some chicken broth, the chicken fajita meat from last week, garlic, onion, poblano pepper. The recipe calls for taco seasoning. I make my own: onion powder, garlic powder, cumin, paprika, coriander, salt, and pepper. We're going to use some rotel and some casarecce pasta. Let's do this.
I love it, how you look at me in my place. No, I don't wanna waste no precious time.
the reason I'm adding a little bit of avocado oil here is to activate the fat-soluble compounds in the spices that I just added. You really don't need the fat to cook in a nonstick pan, but you will get a lot more flavor out of those spices if you add just a little bit of fat.
Like a trend, you are a symbol of something no one ever will understand. I wish you could see yourself just like I do. Maybe you would know by now I really liked you. I'm not missing you. I'm not full of myself, just like you. I'd rather break my own thread like a needle I stitch you up just for you to tear it again. I'm through. I'm not missing you. I'm not missing you. I'm not missing you. I'm not missing you.
Alright guys, that's it for this week. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and let me know in the comments which recipe you are planning to try. Usually my husband and I eat out 3 times on the weekend, but this week it was actually 4. If you're interested in seeing how that affected my weight loss this week, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know as soon as my results video goes up later. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.